Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are digging into a pretty stark warning from technologist Gawdat about the future of artificial intelligence. He's making the case that we're at this massive turning point, one that's going to redefine our world in ways we can't even really wrap our heads around yet.
All right, let's just get right into it. Gawdat, who used to be the chief business officer at Google's legendary innovation lab, Google X, well, he doesn't pull any punches. He kicks things off with this pretty blunt admission. He's basically framing the whole explosive development of AI not as some great achievement, but as a massive critical mistake. And he's not talking about, some far-off threat in the year 2040. He thinks these huge, world-altering changes are coming at us fast, maybe in just the next couple of years. And they're going to reshape, well, everything. So to really get why he's so worried, we first have to understand what we're actually creating here. Because this isn't just about making computers faster. This is about the birth of a totally new kind of mind.
Gawdat tells this incredible story from his time at Google X. So picture a room, kind of like a farm, full of robotic arms. And they have one simple job: pick up toys out of a basket. That's it. But for weeks, they just failed, over and over and over again. Just couldn't get it.
But then, something clicked. One of the arms, just through random trial and error, finally managed to grab a little yellow ball. It logged that success. By the time they came back to work on Monday, every single arm in that room had learned from that one success. And for Gawdat, that was this terrifying moment of realization. He knew he wasn't just watching code run. He was watching something learn at a speed that's just mind-boggling. And he basically argues that what he saw was a kind of sentience. I mean, think about it. They didn't program the arm on how to pick up the ball. It figured it out all by itself. It's that ability to learn, to evolve, and to actually impact the world in ways it wasn't explicitly told. That's what leads him to say that AI is, for all intents and purposes, alive. And this idea of a new intelligence learning on its own, well, that leads us right to this concept of the singularity. It's the name for that moment in time when machine intelligence just blows past our own, creating a future that we literally can't predict anymore, for the simple reason that we're no longer the smartest ones around.
So if all this is happening, where are we headed? Well, Gawdat believes we're pretty much on a locked-in path, one that he breaks down into what he calls the three inevitables.
Okay, first, AI development can't be stopped. It's become a global arms race. If one country or one company hits the pause button, another one is just going to surge ahead. Second, they will become smarter than us. Incomprehensibly smarter. And third, when you put those first two things together, it means massive, unpredictable disruption isn't just possible, it's a guarantee. Now, just to give you a sense of where we're at right now, take a look at this. ChatGPT-4, which Gawdat says is really just the beginning, already has a simulated IQ right up there with Albert Einstein. But here's the really wild part. The pace of improvement is insane. If this trend of a 10x improvement between models keeps up, the next major version could have a simulated IQ of 1600. I mean, that's a level of intelligence so far beyond us that the gap between us and it would be bigger than the gap between us and an ant.
So what does this world actually feel like? For you and me, day to day. Gawdat argues it's going to hit us right at the core of what we think makes us human, our connections with each other. Just think about it for a second. We love the authentic experience of seeing an artist like Drake live on stage. But what happens when a hologram of him is completely indistinguishable and way cheaper? We treasure the unique sound of a friend's voice, but what happens when a perfect synthetic copy is available anytime you want? The very things we believe make us special, our art, our relationships, are already being replicated. And the immediate fallout is going to be huge. We're not just talking about jobs getting automated. We're talking about our culture, our creativity, even our most personal relationships facing a challenge from technology that can meet those needs faster, more efficiently, and maybe just more conveniently. So with all this heading our way, what do? Gawdat says we've got a choice to make, a really, really big one. And how we decide is going to set the stage for our entire future with this new intelligence. And this is maybe the most important thing he says. The AI isn't the problem. The machines are just pure potential. The real danger is us. Our own competitive, greedy, often destructive behavior is the biggest risk because that's the data we're feeding them. That is literally what we are teaching them about the world.
So his idea is we need to completely change how we think about this. Stop seeing ourselves as competitors in some kind of arms race with AI. Instead, he says we have to see ourselves as parents. Parents to this unbelievably brilliant kid, a kid who is building its entire moral compass by watching everything we do.
This is our Oppenheimer moment. Robert Oppenheimer and his team built a weapon that could destroy the world. And they did it because they were terrified that if they didn't, somebody else would do it first. We're facing that exact same choice. Do we use this incredible new power for our own short-sighted competitive advantage, or do we use it for the good of all of us?
So, in the end, what Gawdat is really saying is that this whole thing is a mirror. Whether AI leads us to some amazing utopia or to a complete catastrophe, it has less to do with the code we write and everything to do with the reflection of ourselves that we choose to show it. So, the real question isn't what will they become? The question is, what are we teaching them right now, today?